This is the very attractive Bad Urach waterfall, located 2 kilometers southwest of Bad Urach in the Maisental, a side valley of the Erms Valley. I was fortunate enough to visit in January when it was partially frozen. I was staying in nearby Sankt Johann, although most people would reach it from Bad Urach. It is of course very difficult to say how high a waterfall is, as they tend to fall in stages, such as here. The highest waterfall in Germany is the Brühlbach in the Alps to the south of Berchtesgaden, which is 470 meters high. If, however, we were to discount the Alps and allow for the full drop of the Bad Urach waterfall, then only the Brühlbach and Tottenauer waterfalls are higher. But please bear in mind my caveats. The waterfall is part of the Brühlbach stream, which rises on the edge of the Swabian Alb, plunges 37 meters before hitting limestone, and flowing another 50 meters over a steeply sloping moss-covered limestone cushion. Depending on the amount of water, several arms of water could be formed, which then merge and continue as the Brühlbach. The source begins at a height of 623 meters above sea level, about 4 kilometers northeast of Würtingen, where rainwater seeps through the calcareous rock layers. Some 28 hours or so later, it reappears as a karst spring on a high meadow and forms the waterfall just a few meters further. The water discharge from the spring varies, depending on the weather and the season, from around 70 litres per second, for example in midsummer, up to 420 litres per second after heavy rainfall or when the snow melts. As the water flows, it brings lime with it, which is then deposited in whatever the water flows through, or hits, including leaves, moss, tree trunks, stones and rocks. Lime deposited at the waterfall forms a protrusion that will grow over the edge until such time as its own weight grows too heavy and it breaks off and plunges into the depths, only for a new limestone protrusion to start growing immediately. The limestone here is called tufa, which is a variety of limestone formed when carbonate minerals precipitate out of ambient temperature water. Waterfalls with limestone tufa are very sensitive geotypes and can be endangered by various factors, which would include walking. This is one of the reasons why the area around the Urach waterfall is legally protected. In bygone days, the limestone terrace of the Urach waterfall functioned as a quarry for the extraction of building material. For example, it was used for the construction of the Amandus church in Urach, amongst other things. Limestone extraction has been since discontinued. The waterfall has long been a tourist area. The path on the right side of the waterfall was created in the 19th century to a tea house, which no longer exists. What is particularly nice about the Urach waterfall is that you can look at it from different perspectives. From below you can see how the waterfall first plunges 37 meters and then cascades down into the valley. If you walk up the steep steps of the side of the fall, you will get new impressions of this natural spectacle. Once at the top of the high meadow, you can finally see from a bridge over the waterfall how the water falls over the edge. In the distance we can see the castle ruins of Teck, Hohenneufend and Hohenurach. Nearby we have the interesting town of Bad Urach, which boasts many fine half-timbered buildings, which is the subject of a different video. For the moment, thank you for watching.